Tune into the sacred dialogue with the universe. Informed by HorseWisdom, guided by Equus. For greater healing, insight, inspiration, harmony, and balance in your life. Hello and welcome. I'm Jess Catlins with Guided by Equus, and I'm here today bringing you the Universal HorseWisdom weekly forecast for the week of August 19th. I have right behind me Surf, and I was actually in the middle of Surf on my left side, which would have been to the north, and Lace, the new mare that returned here a week or two ago, she was on my right side to the south. And I had just got the felt sense kind of invitation to come in here and to start doing what I love to do, which is find those spots on their body that helps release whatever tension is within them in those spots. And so I began doing it with Lace. And I'm just having to take a deep breath, and Surf is really showing up to support this message here. Thank you, Surf. And I just got actually tingles in my hands, and him shifting to kind of help align this message is what that feels like. And with Lace, it's almost like Surf is asking me to just step out and say it. So with Lace, and funny as I say her name, she's now turned around and is returning to face me again, licking and chewing. As I began kind of tuning into what that space held for her, she returned to me so that she could be ridden by myself and my kids, while her owner is in a kind of a 6-month to a year recovery period. And this is almost actually wanting, if you can feel tears rising here, what I felt from Lace is that, and because earlier today I had the sense that she was, that there was a sadness, or more of a depression, I guess would be the right word, that has kind of overtaken her face the last couple of days, and she just circled around and was licking and chewing again. But that sense of depression I got was feeling to what I received from her, and then she began yawning, was that she wants to be there to support her owner, but she needed to come here in order to almost help her understand that, and that her being here isn't actually really where she wants to be. It's not her purpose. Her purpose is with this person who owns her, to help her heal. Which feels there's some sort of symbolism in that too. And so just actually to speak this truth, it's like it was really kind of caught right here in my chest. And as I say that, that sense of sadness is kind of shifted and is grounded through me now. And so I guess this week feels very much about receiving insight, whatever we had gained from the last couple weeks, which almost felt like there was a part of us that we had really buried somewhere, and we were bringing back to life, I guess, in a sense. And so both these horses, Surf and Lace, Lace I sold, she was born in 2009, and I sold her in 2012 or 2013, I believe, and that she returned here to help me gain even a greater sense of my purpose with this work. And Surf, he was foaled here in 2010, and he left and returned 3 or 4 times, with the last one being last fall. And I've really got a sense of lately that the next step with him is to get on his back, evolve our relationship into the riding aspect. And Lace is just yawning all over the place over here. But with that comes releasing whatever I think that I have to do it in a way that isn't my own and isn't his own. And it's interesting because throughout this video, both Lace and Surf have been touching the area of my solar plexus, whether on the back or the front, and it's almost like they're reminding me we really can't be in our power when we're trying to do something that is someone else's, that is not intrinsic to us. And that is actually part of another message that I received over the course of the weekend, I guess, after visiting with a friend and noticing that there was something going on in her life that it really caught my attention, and I had to really let myself go and find and feel the truth about what that meant, because it's also a message for me too, in that that when we're not connected to who we really are through both our ancestral lineage and our soul's lineage, like of what we really came here, who we are at the most basic and essential level of ourself. And so that comes about through our own personal ancestry, and whatever that is for each one of us. There's something very special and very magic within that if we are trying to do it, and Surf just nodded, someone else's way, or trying to adopt someone else's heritage, I guess is the best word I can use, then that's not ours, and there's going to be a level of incongruence there. And funny that he moved out of that space, because part of, for me, and Lace is just yawning like crazy, right, the message for me in that is I often can see the next shiny type of energy work or intuitive work with horses, or just horsemanship level, that then I become really distracted by, thinking, oh, but maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. And this week was actually a really big discovery of that is for me to be inspired by, but it doesn't mean it's mine. And when I realized that, I couldn't stop yawning, because in my body I felt that what I am doing here is as much purpose as anything that I see going on outside of myself that is really inspiring. And then I think, oh, well, I should be riding and promoting this horse work in this way more. And when I realized that this is really part of who I am and what I'm here to do, all of a sudden I could appreciate that much more these other things that were that shiny object that I kept having to find, because that was the message in there, was find what that means for me, inside me, what is really my own thing, and the value of it, and owning it by actually doing it, creating an experience of it, not only for myself, but for, I guess, all of those who need it, horses and humans alike, and the rest of all else that's on this planet. So I feel like that's kind of been a big breakthrough this last week, and this week, if I can capture the message of this week in kind of a more conclusive, shortened version of all of that, it would be to just really step into, and Lace just kind of pushed me forward, just kind of like Surf was doing at the beginning of the video with his hind end, to really step forward in creating more of that experience for myself, because it lights me up and inspires me to do more of it. And this is priceless, because Lace has got her muzzle on the back of my neck and is just moving me forward little bit by little bit, like, own this, be proud of it, and it will move you out into the world, I guess, would be the best way to offer that. And so, from myself and Lace and Surf, who's standing behind Lace there, and all the rest of the horses here who have helped me recover these pieces of horse wisdom and universal truth that that is my desire to keep offering as I experience it more and more. So much love to you guys, and stay tuned for what next week, which I guess is the final week of August, will bring us. lots of love for myself, and guided by Equus. And as a final addition, I was here with Surf, or I found myself with Surf once again. I just feel like sharing all of him with you. But what I got was the fact that his tail kept flipping my phone out of my hand was the part of this all that keeps it real. Because to try editing or creating something creating something not in this space of the horses doesn't capture the dynamic experience of it that actually keeps it real and keeps it honest and keeps it vulnerable and authentic, I guess, the two best words. And so with that, Surf and I are keeping all of this real. Was guided by Equus.